Good morning from Vienna, guys. Unfortunately, today is our last day in Austria. We'll get into that in a little while, but for now, we are actually having a bit of a long walk to an international bus station. Yes, very unique for us Australians. There's no international bus terminals in Australia, so this will actually be our first time. We are going to another country, hence the international bus terminal. And it should be very nice to hop on a bus and then jump over for a couple of hours, and then we're in a new country. So looking forward to that because we've never done that before.
We're on our way to Slovenia. So it's about a 3-hour bus ride.
We were hoping to go across to Salzburg because there's a few things over there. It's pretty much on the border with Germany. However, it was actually cheaper just to go to Slovenia. We want to spend a bit more time there. The main reason we're leaving Austria is it's pretty strict with all the COVID stuff. Got to have like a negative test to get in anywhere, a bit like Germany. Slovenia is also handy to where we want to go after Slovenia, to our next country.
Alright guys, unlike all of our other trips where we have just on our mobiles the tickets that the conductor will scan, this one, when we were booking them, has in dark red writing, please print this out and give it to the driver. So we've done that just to make sure that it goes all good. Also, this bus is actually starts in Austria, goes to Slovenia and ends up in Croatia. So it stops in 3 different countries, and as Australians that just blows our mind that you can go to 3 different countries on the same trip.
We have just arrived in Maribor. We are finally in Slovenia and got a little bit to get into because we almost missed our bus completely, even though we were about 2 hours early for it. Thankfully that didn't happen. There we go. First impressions, the map right here. Alright, so I guess the first part of the story is how did we almost miss the bus? Well, we booked through a company, I think it was Croatian bus company, I'm not sure, but it was a Croatian one. And then a big green Flixbus pulled up. We were meant to be in Bay A, but it was actually in Bay B or whatever. And we were sitting there watching it for about 25 minutes, and just before it left went, the other bus isn't coming, better go check. And the other thing had Bratislava on the front of the paper, so I was like, that's not us because it's going straight to Slovenia and then to Croatia. And thankfully I checked because that was our bus. The other issue we sort of had that I really didn't like and sort of annoyed me a bit was the fact that when we went to hop on the bus, they did charge us €3 each for our bags, and it was a little bit annoying because we didn't have euros on us, so we had to then go to an ATM before the bus left. Almost missed the bus. Get a €10 note out, get a couple euro coins in exchange. And the thing that annoyed me about it was I would have just preferred to pay for the extra baggage on the website when we booked the ticket. But yes, that did not put me in the best mood because I didn't think that was very fair.
You'd be sitting on the bus and there was an air vent above you, and then all of a sudden it would start to smell like cigarette smoke.
The driver was definitely smoking, which passed through the cabin. The seating's done randomly as well, so it's pretty much every man for themselves, or every woman for themselves too. And we ended up next to the toilet as well, which wasn't too good. So in terms of international travel, I'm going with trains, planes, then buses. Unfortunately, I think with our next sort of plan over the next couple of weeks, there could be a few more buses, so that was a new experience. But now I've got a kilometre walk to our hostel where we will be staying here for the next couple of days. Looking forward to showing you guys around. Have always heard positive things from the 1 or 2 people I've heard that have actually come to Slovenia. But yeah, we will find our way around. All right, just quickly guys, first impressions from our 5 minutes walking around. Very quiet, not too many things open.
Never make me blue, Miss Stacy. Well, let's go now.
Well guys, we have arrived in Maribor and looking forward to today. It's picked up quite a bit since we got here. Sunny Saturday afternoon. I think there's been live music non-stop between probably the hours of 10 a.m. and about, well, probably 10 at night. So it's pretty nice vibe. Not a cloud in the sky either today. But we are going to be walking to the top of Pyramid Hill here. So we should get some nice views. It's nice to go for a Saturday lunchtime hike. And yes, we will see you a bit closer to the action. All right guys, we have to make it to the top of there. That's where we're going. So taking the long way around apparently. That's what the navigator reckons, but not too bad I would say. You might be able to hear a bit more live music in the background. Seems like it's Battle of the Bands this weekend, because it seems like everywhere we go, I think we've come across maybe 4 or 5 live bands playing in different areas, not even including that one. Well, we've got a pretty nice walk. There's vines all the way to the top, and what's interesting about that is Maribor is famous for having the oldest vine in the world, and I'm pretty sure they still make wine from it. It's over 400 years old, and that will be one of our stops today. The city of wine or the city of vines? Well guys, we have finally made it to the top. It is very, very hot today. At least it's hot from the walk or the hike, because as you can probably see down here, this is where we came up, just along this path. We curved around here, went all the way up, all the way around, and then we came out just through here. So there's actually a shortcut, but it's very steep. You actually have to hike through here or down there into the unknown. But overall, it's worthwhile. I think it probably took us about half an hour.
Between the 12th and the 18th century, this was actually the site of the Maribor Castle, which was actually demolished in 1784. A stone pyramid was built as a reminder. So after a lightning strike in 1821 destroyed this building, a chapel dedicated to Virgin Mary was actually constructed on this spot. And right behind me you'll see little bits of stone walls and that is actually parts of the castle that they have found. So right behind me you might be able to see a vine. It is actually the oldest living vine in the world. It is over 400 years old. They can determine the age of the vine by putting the growth rings under a microscope, and that's how old you can tell it is. In 2004 it was actually put into the Guinness Book of Records for the oldest living vine in the world that still produces wine.
All right, so one of the other things we've really enjoyed the last couple of afternoons is just coming down by the river here. The water's super clean and it has just swans everywhere. It's really nice. You see people feeding them. Very nice, chill, enjoyable afternoon here. Okay guys, just to finish this video, I just want to show you how easy it is to get around Maribor, just because it's so small. And I probably should have said the population is about 100,000 now. We're staying at the Uni Youth Hostel, which is right here. And there's also Hotel Oral, I think it is. Now you go through the same reception, and our hostel room is like a hotel room, so, but we are technically staying at a hostel. Anyway, that is the Maribor Castle there, which is a bit of a museum. And then if you just go down here and hang a right for like 5 minutes, if that, that's where the oldest vine is, that's where the river was. And the furthest we've had to walk was about 10 minutes to get to the bottom of the pyramid, and then that's where we walked up this morning, which was a great view. So you can cover this in an afternoon, to be honest. And the other thing I should say is, apart from all the aggressive dogs here, is you probably only need 1 night here. We chose to stay for 3 nights, but it was just a really nice change of pace. But this is where you walk in and you'll see the hotel sign here. There is a car park as well. And you might have also seen there's a lot of nice bars and cafes around where we just sit down. They've got TVs if you want them. Everyone's just outside chilling. Lots of good live music. But I think we'll wrap it up there, guys, and we will see you in the next video.